Have you ever looked at a grid of numbers and thought, is there a secret hidden in there? Well, when it comes to linear algebra, the answer is a definite yes. Today, we're cracking the code on a concept called the determinant. And specifically, we're going to break down step by step how you can find this secret value for any 3x3 matrix. Let's jump in. I mean, that's literally what a determinant is. It's this one special number that you calculate from a square grid of numbers, a matrix. And believe it or not, this one single value can tell you a whole lot about what that matrix can do. So here's our game plan. First, we'll get a handle on what this secret number actually is. Then we'll warm up with the super simple 2x2 case. That's our foundation. After that, it's time for the main event, the 3x3 method, and we'll do a hands-on example. And finally, we'll see why this little number is such a huge deal in mathematics. All right, let's start at the beginning. To really get what a determinant is all about, we got to be on the same page about what a matrix is. A matrix is really just an organized box of numbers with rows going across and columns going down. Simple enough, right? But here's the catch. Determinants are a special property that only square matrices have. Ones that have the exact same number of rows as columns. So the big takeaway here is that the determinant is just a single regular number, what mathematicians call a scalar. We cook it up using the numbers inside a square matrix. It's kind of like the matrix's unique fingerprint, and it unlocks a ton of information about it. Okay, before we can tackle the 3x3 mountain, we have to start with the 2x2 foothill. Trust me, mastering this little guy is the key to everything else, and luckily, it's way easier than it looks. The method is super visual. All you have to do is picture a big X drawn right over the four numbers. We're going to multiply down one way, and then multiply down the other way, and subtract. That's it. So here's exactly how it works. You multiply the top left number by the bottom right. Got it? Then you subtract what you get when you multiply the top right by the bottom left. It's always down right minus down left. Burn that pattern into your brain because we're going to need it. All right, you ready? Let's move on to the main event. Now, the secret to solving a big 3x3 determinant is actually just to break it down into 3 smaller 2x2 problems. And hey, we just learned exactly how to solve those. This awesome method is called cofactor expansion. Don't let this formula scare you, okay? This is just our roadmap. All we're doing is moving across that top row one number at a time. For each number, we multiply it by the determinant of a little 2x2 matrix. And pay attention to the signs. Plus, then minus, then plus again. Let's see where that comes from. So, that little plus minus plus pattern I just mentioned, it comes from something called a checkerboard pattern of signs that covers the whole matrix. But for what we're doing today, just expanding across that top row, all you need to remember is positive, negative, positive. Simple. So here's the process, the loop we're going to do. First, pick a number from the top row. Then you mentally cross out its entire row and its entire column. The 4 numbers that are left, that's your new 2x2 minor matrix. You calculate its determinant, which we already know how to do, and multiply it by the number you started with, making sure to use that checkerboard sign. You do this 3 times, once for each number in the top row, and then just add them all up. Let's try it for real. Theory is one thing, but the absolute best way to get this is to just roll up our sleeves and do one together. So let's find the determinant of a 3x3 matrix, right here, right now. Okay, here it is. This is the matrix we're going to solve. We're going to use that cofactor expansion method we just talked about to find its single, unique determinant. Ready? First up, we grab the top left number, 3. Remember our checkerboard? This spot is positive. Now, we cover up the first row and the first column. What's left behind is that little 2x2 matrix with 3, 2, 5, and -1. Now, we just need to find its determinant. Okay, let's do the math. Remember the 2x2 rule? It's 3 times -1 minus 2 times 5. So that's -3 minus 10, which is -13. Then we multiply that by our starting number, 3. And our first piece of the puzzle is -39. 1 down, 2 to go. All right, next is the middle element in the top row, 0. The sign for this spot is negative. But here's the beautiful part. Since the number itself is 0, do we even care what the determinant of its little matrix is? Nope, because 0 times anything is just 0. So our second piece of the puzzle is just a big, beautiful 0. Seriously, finding a 0 in the row you're expanding is like hitting a little jackpot. It's a fantastic shortcut. And now for the final piece of the puzzle. We take the last number in the top row, which is 4. Its checkerboard sign is positive. We cover up its row and column, and we're left with the matrix containing 2, 3, 0, and 5. Time for one last calculation. Let's do it. The determinant of this little guy is 2 times 5 minus 3 times 0. Well, that's just 10 minus 0, which is 10. We multiply that by our starting number, 4, and we get our third and final result, 40. Okay, now we just assemble the parts. We take our first result, negative 39, we add our second result, which was that easy 0, and we add our final result, 40. So negative 39 plus 0 plus 40 gives us a grand total of 1. All that work, and the determinant of this entire matrix is just 1. So we did all that work just to get the number 1. You might be asking, what's the big deal? Why is this one of the most important things you can calculate in linear algebra? Well, this single number is crazy powerful. For starters, if the determinant isn't 0 and DARS was 1, it means the matrix is invertible. That's a fancy way of saying you can undo whatever the matrix does, which is absolutely critical for solving big systems of equations. It's also the secret sauce in things like Cramer's rule. And, maybe coolest of all, it tells you how much a shape's area or volume gets stretched or squished when you apply the matrix. A determinant of 1 means the volume doesn't change at all. It's not just some number, it's a deep insight into what the matrix actually is. Look, this cofactor expansion method is more than just a calculation. It's a key that unlocks a much deeper way of looking at matrices. You now have a seriously powerful tool in your mathematical toolkit. So the only question left is, what other doors are you going to unlock with it?